fancy chairs.
Yeah. I'm moving on that ride.
Moving on up.
So, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do as far as that road goes. I know we've looked around.
Sounds like we just needed to talk to Art, maybe we
I
need
agree.
to stand up and talk.
Made a little light for the truck.
Yeah, we were up there, me and the county guys were up there, last week.
Oh, okay.
Like towards the end of the week, I think Thursday, I don't remember the exact day.
Hey, how are you doing?
I just told you
How's it
if there's
going?
a-
Good, how you doing, sir?
Good, you guys
Chat
been
with
good.
Mark real quick, maybe we need to-
Bother them?
Right?
Streets all cleaned it up and, huh?
Alright, well, I tried. That's strange. The long rounds are hard to keep straight.
Oh, I bet
What
they are.
They are.
Yeah,
What did TJ want to do?
yeah.
The short ones for the
He
parking
kind of
spots
brought me up
were
anyway, so they were
easier,
gonna sit
Yeah.
down
you
this way.
know?
I want some of the house or just.
Almost looks
I
like
didn't
they need
say.
another coat though. They're kinda light.
I just thought,
I thought that paint, like, God, one
Probably,
can paint only goes 25 feet.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was kinda thin even after that, you know?
yeah,
Can you check it over claims if you want?
Sure. Haven't had any stray dogs in your yard lately, have
No,
you?
no, not.
how about cows?
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Was that your cows or?
No.
Good guy, no.
They're very friendly.
They pooped all over my yard.
I think they hauled them up, didn't they?
I have
Cause I seen a couple trailers go by a bunch of cows in the other day.
They didn't bother me, I was just kidding, they just pooped all over my driveway.
if you
Sure it was cows?
Huh?
Sure it was cows?
I'm pretty sure.
One of the neighbors sneaking over.
I hope so. Otherwise they should go see a doctor.
One of
Right.
them might need a shot
Yeah. They need vaccinated.
at the greens.
Well, I got some stuff in, I don't, had a lot of seeds in it, so I don't think it was a pretty good pile, I thought maybe a bear or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't surprise me.
Or mountain lion, I don't know what
First year we lived here, up here on River Street, we had chopped up there in the trash out on our house. I heard something out there, I figured it was a dog or a cat or whatever. And I walked out there and here's this old brown bear with about this
that. Oh, really?
or black.
Hi, Nate.
And so this is from Mickey's visit.
Yeah,
Mickey
yeah.
Vacation. So that'll be Mick's visit. Did you throw on
Next to the building
correspondence?
over there, there's culvert. I got, for, yeah,
Yep, so the same.
and they were 15.
Like way.
No, they're big black corrugated. Yeah, culvert.
Same time frame.
Down in Laurel?
He didn't.
Same thing,
Northwest
they
Five, I
have
mean,
the
that probably.
same exact machines. The only thing that triggered their alarms, they were sitting on one side of the
He
building.
didn't have galvanized.
And they kicked over where there was motion. Have you ever been to Fingers Walk? Okay, so when you go in to the right, there's an old casino.
They were about the same price.
So the initial one, motion, the second one, yeah, they spent
Right.
the same time, it was 4:15.
Hey
Hey there, Missy. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
I went down and put a
So
bill
this
in,
year,
trying to do that, I got that
it's
lacquer packer,
Fit
running.
out.
So I
And they said that
You
they're-
gotta whack your
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
you know, and trying to get it properly for you.
He's like, "Screw it, I do it, I figured out that."
With what we got,
The best
I
video
mean,
we can.
hope it works.
And from what it sounds like in the parking lot,
I'm alright.
they've got.
Oh God, his manhole
That way.
picked up same day.
Another door in the.
Days out.
So that's a pretty brazen act.
Yeah, well, that's.
So
Do
also.
they ever work on Saturday?
They didn't have it.
She had.
No, so I was telling her, I showed the picture of the one I got, cause the other guy came in having dinner. So we met.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner this morning.
What's that part?
Trying to show the picture, he's like, oh, I feel pretty good about
He's
this.
losing stuff.
It's on a chair.
Is it on a chair?
Yeah,
it probably goes underneath one of those. Maybe I'll set it like that.
Yeah, that was off my shitty. I think we got some.
That's what I mean, like.
Yeah, I just got the email
you know,
from
If
I could just put it here and then
on Saturday, and then,
Not talking bad about anybody on the
Aren't you
board.
getting it?
What you did.
every once in a
And so like
while,
me
when I
and
go
Yellowstone
ride
this morning, because Yellowstone was in there on that
if
one.
I call Bridger,
And
they
they asked us to
usually
come in,
send
like,
me a
what
guy.
do you guys?
Yeah, but you,
They
they
asked
have
about
a
it.
actual city, right?
Yeah.
During the summer anyway.
They do, they got,
Right open?
Sarah and Dale, and, you know, they'll send one of them guys over. And they, I mean, they've always been really well.
That makes sense.
If I was like after opening them, yeah, it's like that week in the elderly.
Joe.
Yeah.
Don't you?
So I feel like yeah, they can budget. They got video of it, 4 of them. They couldn't use the budget.
They were saying.
I called their ATM guy today, has a video footage, and they sent it to me of like that guy pushing on the ATM. He's like, God damn, he's like, I was gonna bolt it down, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, he is still upset. His insurance is not covering that damn thing. So that guy just said, $800.
Sunshine Sports, no? Maybe try it out.
Generated this. Doing that uses keys because this one jammed it so many times. With a screwdriver or file or whatever. What is it?
Tammy.
Drive, they couldn't use it.
We actually discussed it on, like, for my first meeting with him.
Yeah, briefly. It was in the packet then.
He tried to use his key to get him used. He always said his key didn't fit.
Yeah, I actually had that call. I had to meet with that guy who's trying to break his own business. That was,
These are also questions
that was,
that were
yeah.
Joshua
That was
Roberts
Thursday
as well.
of,
And I actually just
Yeah.
emailed him again,
I have video of the guy trying to break into Jane Doe's and checking every door going down the street.
asking for a response,
Yeah.
cause he never did respond.
What was that brazen to just like keep walking down the street?
Showed up, it's all good.
Well, let's go ahead and we'll get started. We'll start with pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And thank you for coming out. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. You're
That's
the-
okay. I'm Jennifer Hickok, and I'm the new superintendent here in Fromberg.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you're here. Thank you very much. I met you the other day and I was very impressed.
I went up to get my fingerprints and got to meet you. So,
It was good. Well, thank you.
I'll
Maybe
speak
we'll-
up my part on this.
They were
That
just letting
school
it
board and town council come together is a great thing. I don't know anything about
I
that.
truly believe that as well.
Agreed.
Yep,
That's why I'm here.
It's good. So now we gotta start making, school board meetings, right?
Well,
Yeah, that'll help.
if there's any room, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to welcome everybody here though. And, first on the agenda here is sheriff's report.
Okay, I don't know if everybody knows me, I'm Deputy Ben LeBrun with the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. So the record that I have is from July 9th of 23 to August 8th of 23. We had a total time in Fromberg of 78 hours and 45 minutes. Of that, 64 hours is patrol time, 14 hours and 45 minutes is time on calls. We had a total of 24 calls for service in that time frame.
Now is that seems kind of excessive. Is it just because of the heat or?
Which part?
The, not the
The call
not the
time?
patrol time, but the other time.
The time on calls, that,
Time on
depending on
calls.
what the calls are, I guess just a brief synopsis of it, we had, some of those are area checks. Looks like we had a couple lost or found pets, some vandalism, some threats, a burglary, which neighbors were of. Several
There you
citizen
were.
contacts and several business checks, so it's kind of just a menagerie of a little bit of everything. I don't know if it really has to do anything with the weather, the time of year, or anything like that.
Okay.
So sometimes months are just heavier.
Just a little
than
busier
others.
month than
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
Okay.
Any of those calls have to do with vehicles or alleyways being obstructed?
Not that I see right off.
Okay.
Those could have been citizen contacts, I don't know.
Tim, have you talked to the sheriff's department about following up on that?
On that
It's been
alley?
It's been brought up at a
Well-
couple meetings.
I've been working with, Mark has been over there and I don't know, if you wanna give a little,
Well, I contacted the sheriffs just to see what we had as like a standpoint on ordinances and
yeah,
things of that nature. And the city right away, as long as it moves within 5 days, you can't tow it. If it is obstructing an alleyway, you can have it removed. But otherwise, if it's just parked next to a house or something like that, you can ticket it, but if they move it within 5 days, there's nothing you can do about it.
I know that we do have that one trailer sitting in that alley over there that we're gonna have to do something with.
And I made contact with a couple of different homes of people around town about campers being parked with, you know,
Yeah.
hay bales hooked up to houses.
What kind of response are you getting?
She moved all the hay bales and everything, so I mean, it looks like she's getting it ready to move the trailer. I'd like to see it moved, you know, I told her even just move it around the house or, you know, wherever she stacked them hay bales on the other side, move it around there. I don't get it off the street though.
Is there any other places in town that you're concerned about?
I mean,
That
there's,
you need help from the sheriff? I guess this is his time.
no,
No?
no, not really. Pretty much everybody I've contacted, I mean, they've, you know, been upfront and just actively trying, I mean.
Okay.
It's just a work in progress.
It is,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Erwin,
Yes.
thank you. What about the alleyway between, coming up School Street, first couple of blocks? It's blocked quite a bit, most of the time.
Is it stuff that never moves? Or is
You talking about
it,
Main
You know,
or
Street
is
or
it
which
somebody
alley?
that just thinks they can
It's
park
off,
there?
it's right across the street from Jerry's house.
Well, that's that one that runs in there between,
Somebody's saying he's
King.
got an easement to park there. I don't believe we got an easement.
no, there
There
isn't.
is no easement.
Well, It shouldn't be parked there.
Right.
Right.
No, we
Should
should.
be parked out on the
Let's,
street
let's
or in,
keep an eye on that
you know.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that
here,
location?
It's,
here,
It's
yeah.
about
Aaron King has a house.
100 block
here
on
behind
School
the
Street.
Bar here, and there's an alley that runs
Okay.
by his house.
Okay,
Between School Street and the alley behind the, little cowboy bar here,
okay.
and the, senior center. And I don't drive by there very often, so I don't know
It's
if
there
it
pretty
has
much
been
every
an
time I
issue.
go by.
Okay. And I've talked to him in the past,
Okay,
and he assured me that it would stay open.
okay. I'll, put it up for extra patrol,
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it here.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
good, thanks. Thank you. Anything else for the sheriff's department? Yes.
Has the sheriff department got any kind of speed? Something to recognize speed, the signs?
Like a speed trailer?
Yeah,
We don't. I can make a mention to the sheriff and see if we can't maybe track one down, and post one out there.
well, we need to put one out on School Street, cause there's still a speedway up through there.
Is it? Okay. Okay,
And I'm sure people have heard me hollering.
oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Damn right.
Okay.
We got 7 kids right across the street from my house. They're being homeschooled. I don't know why the parents won't keep them out of the street, but, you know, they're out there running wild and one of them's gonna get hurt one of these days. And then we got that's the main artery going to the school.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what's it gonna take to kill a kid? Get something done? I've talked about this for a lot of years.
There's like 5 more kids like Ernie's and then the other gals too, real young kids.
Okay.
Several families there.
Yeah.
If you're throwing all in, you might as well get 430. Might as well get East River Street too.
Oh, yeah.
That's way worse than School Street. That's a drag race.
You can hear them when they leave the tee.
Yeah, it's way worse than
You
School
can hear them when
Street.
they cross the tracks.
So if you'd add that to your list.
I know everybody appreciated me leaving that backhoe down there for a few days. It slowed them down.
That's done a great job.
Anything else, Sam, you need to bring up to the sheriff's department? Okay, next item, public comment for things that are not on the agenda.
Tim?
Okay, go
Jerry
ahead.
Hall. You guys said something about cutting these 3 trees down out here on the sidewalk, or
We were talking about, yes,
are you gonna hire it done or just have the city do it?
we haven't got that far yet.
Because if you're gonna hire it done, you just will have somebody come in and volunteer to do it and save yourself some money and put that money somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're not that big of a tree.
No,
We had a chainsaw in the shop over there.
but then when we get the tree out, then we need to look at what we're gonna do with the roots to get that cleared out, and then what are we gonna do with the spot where the tree's sitting?
Should be able to pull most of them up with his backhoe.
Yeah, we'll pull up the sidewalk.
Possibly.
I don't know.
That old John Deere.
Put them down good.
Yeah.
Good, the roots will pull right through.
Yeah, maybe with a good machine, but that John Deere 310 is not doing that.
Just drill the roots.
They can barely get it.
Yeah.
I'll stick my name on that.
All you gotta do is drill what's left up in there, and fill them with Epsom salt.
It'd be one thing if we had a stable machine, but we're dealing with the house of cards. Between our skid steer and our backhoe, they're, yeah. And best we do is cut it down and drill it like you're saying.
Yeah.
So if we could have a plan kind of put together before we go in with saws to cut it down, I would like that better than just going and cutting it down and
Well, I
then
should've-
trying to do something after.
Should've thought about it before they planted them. There's some trees that you could plant it out there, it makes the street look nice, it really does.
I agree, it does. But,
But they planted the wrong kind of trees there.
yeah, the little apples or whatever they are,
Crab apples.
they're a messy little tree.
End of the day, hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
One there, right.
That is true.
Well, we would like to get a plan, so if anybody has any ideas on what they would like to see out there, maybe know what kind of tree that we could plant in there. That would be a nice looking, small tree that doesn't produce any fruit that would go replace.
Better off go to the bush.
Yeah. That's something that I don't think that I should be deciding on. I think that's something the town needs to decide, because everybody drives by it every day.
Yeah. Well, you're still gonna have the root problem.
Yeah, we're gonna have the root problem, as long as it stays small.
You go over and look at my yard, from the trees that I've planted since we've been there, all over the place. You know, and they're shallow rooted trees. Everything around here is shallow rooted.
Okay, well, that's kind of the thing, we need a plan put together, so that's what we do in
Okay.
Okay.
Irwin again, when are we gonna put the crosswalks in up there by the school? That was proposed about 2-3 months ago.
Well, as you see, we got lines painted on our streets today. So I think on his list, we'll have to ask Mark when
School's coming up.
it's coming up, yeah.
Are there already painted lines up there, or, you know, they're just faded lines, or do I need to go up and snap new lines?
It's redo the whole thing. It's
Repaint.
never been done.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah.
theory of slowing traffic down was
Right.
a recommendation by somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
I'll just need somebody to help snap chalk lines on the ground so I can paint straight lines.
okay,
Absolutely.
okay, probably within the next couple of weeks then.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
And Jennifer Hickok, and I could maybe look at the little green people, you know, it says slow down kids crossing or whatever, that we could line School Street up, especially with school starting, and across the school too.
well, that would be neat.
Yeah, and then we can put one right in the middle of the crosswalk too. So you
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anything else, sir? Okay.
Give me 30 minutes.
Okay. Yes, and
I'm Joe Bowens, and I have a couple of empty lots here in town, and I was wanting to do some improvements on them, so I needed to get you guys' feedback on that.
Do you have the addresses?
Yes.
Are they on the sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 2A Street and 00 Carbon Street, which is that lot right by the city building there. And I have several ideas. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I've got electricity and gas on one of them already. I need to get water and sewer.
okay. So you're gonna put in kind of a, how many trailers were you looking at?
Well, my thoughts was either just fix the lot up so that a trailer could be moved in there and someone could rent the lot for the trailer,
Okay,
or to do RV hookups for maybe 2 RVs.
per
Or,
lot?
yeah,
Because I think it takes more than that according to ordinance to have a trailer park. So we're not governed by the rules of a trailer park.
right. So that's, I mean, I just don't know, so that's why I'm doing different things. And then I might also purchase and set up a trailer house on the lots, and then either do as for sale or for rent on those.
Okay,
And then maybe build a stick-built home for sale or rent again.
okay.
Just, you know, get those lots
Which one of these does not have service, city service?
00 Carbon, it has nothing on it, except for those two old buildings.
No services?
No.
Okay. Now, you
And
would
then-
need to, now if you were gonna put in a trailer house,
Mhm.
there's rules that it has to be 10 years old or newer.
Right.
And we'd have to get with Harley to get a copy of the rules to follow to put it in there.
Right.
And then if it's a new hookup, then there's new hookup fees, and all that for water and sewer.
And she can get you all that information.
Yeah.
And she can get.
Which I really already have most of it.
Okay.
Now, if you were gonna do a stick-built house, the council would want you to come with a set of plans of what type of house and just how you're gonna place it on the lot.
Okay.
And, there has to be restrictions on,
10 feet on.
property lines and stuff like that.
Setbacks.
Setbacks, yeah.
So,
And that process has to have approval from the.
okay, so when I get plans, I need to return here.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm also wondering about maybe building a duplex on that bigger lot on 2A Street.
There again, if you would come with a set of plans on
Okay.
what you plan on building and how it's gonna be placed on that lot.
As long as it's in the setbacks,
Yeah.
basically it.
Do what?
As long as it meets the setbacks of
Off
what
of
your
the
property
street.
is, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to squash the idea of your RVs, your lagoon system does not do well on RVs.
The sewer system does not?
No, because of the chemicals that they use in the RVs. It kills your bugs.
It's better to just let them pump. Have somebody pump it, that's what we're doing as well.
I'm just saying, I would not recommend letting RVs go into your sewer system.
It's very true, because what they throw in their tank is totally different than what you get down in the old pipe.
The chemicals that they use in the RVs damage lagoons.
It's 100% gospel, so like, even for us entertaining at the bar is if we were to do anything, if nothing goes down the pipe, hey, it's better to call a European or one of the local companies, come pump, and don't deal with it. But
Okay. But you would need to, even for an RV dump site setup like that.
So you need a plan for that too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for like the trailer house rental, same thing, plan or?
Yes, because we'd have to know the setbacks, of where
And
you're gonna
then
put the trailer house.
If I'm doing it as a rental lot for a trailer house, does it have restrictions on age and all that thing?
Yes.
All that
Yes.
stuff? Okay.
10 years of current date, 10 years of current date is the setback. So like whatever trailer is coming in, it's gotta be, or you can apply for a
There are
variance.
some stipulations as far as foundation as well.
Okay. That's what I kind of needed to know, where to get started, so.
So the easiest way for a trailer is 10 years of current date, or if not, apply for a variance. If surrounding neighbors all say he was your neighbor, signed off saying, looks great, it's better than 10 years, then go from there. So.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have?
Are these trailers gonna be fairly new or?
Well, yeah, if I do it, it'll be,
Gotta be within 10 years, or it's gotta meet approval.
10 years?
Yeah.
10 years.
I'm really hoping to do the stick-built house, that's my probably first choice, but we'll see.
Nice, that would be good.
Yeah.
Would be good to have.
I love the idea.
Yes.
Brian Jones, just checking up on, things how we're talking sewer, water for new places, is there any, I know we talked a little bit, but, it was 2 months ago that I checked in again, and
Yes, well, I had,
pipes rotten.
The foreman for the county come over for the Joliet shop. He came over and we visited about, I didn't visit with him actually, Mark did, about doing the road. My thought was we could push the dirt over into the hole, and they said, absolutely not, that's not the thing to do because that dirt will never compact and you'll always have problems with it. So all of that would have to be hauled out. And then we've talked about the water line that needs to go in there, and they want it engineered.
So we're never getting this done? That's all I'm hearing.
We already have
What's
the
the
stuff
laws
that-
for supplying, once we're hooked up, to be supplying us with adequate water?
So the other part on compaction, I mean, just speaking as outside opinion, what is so wrong with hooking them up, getting them set up they're up and running, and then we figure out the compaction, the correct soil.
For the road?
Yeah.
Cause the water
Well-
line
Because they're a
can't be, the
one-way,
water line
they're a
can't be done
one-way.
if you don't do the road can't be done if you don't do the water line.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
I don't wanna put like what's most important and stuff, but I can tell you, the road is not the most important thing to
No,
me.
the water line is more.
The water line, and the only thing that the road has to do with the water line is to get to your grade, so that you guys have your water line deep enough for when, if and when a road does go there. So that's where you'd want to, whatever, bring material in, use that material. But from back last year when we was talking with Jay, it was gonna actually be on the outside of the road. So you wouldn't have to worry about the compaction, and
That
as
changes
far as
everything.
making what you do with that dirt, that's all county line, right on the other side. You can build a dirt berm 20 feet high, I don't give a.
or
Correct,
look at the
but-
fact that if that's the case, then bring it as far as we need to go. Just bring it in front of our property.
We gotta
Bring
do
your
something
stuff.
with what we're doing now. We're off of somebody else's curb stop, and we don't have water pressure. They go to water their horses, and we can't water our cat. It's just not right that we're paying a fee for water, and we don't have the facility of it.
You're not getting full use of it.
Or that we're a year and a half into.
I can't run two hoses. I can barely run a garden hose. When we was doing concrete, Mark was up there.
Mm-hmm.
It barely has enough pressure. You put a 25-foot hose on there, and you might as well use a pop bottle or a spray can or something. I don't know how. I think you guys
Well,
know as well
it's-
as I do. We don't know what type of mess we have up there with that line. I mean, for Jay to chase it down where we come off of their deal, I have no idea if they're even. I mean, there's a where we tied in. I don't even know if they have what type of service they have as
Well,
well.
it's very frustrating to me that we can't even just put in a water line without having to have an engineer look at it.
Where are you
Uh,
at? I'm sorry.
Just up off of Billy's alley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that Carbon Street that runs, that's abandoned between there.
Yeah.
But the water has to come up from up on Carbon
Yep.
Street, up there by Ian's place.
Yep, it
But
tie in there.
he's saying he has the same problem with water pressure too, so I'm wondering what he's hooked into line. But I can tell you, it'd be a lot better